Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha. As everybody just seen, Pras just got convicted of fraud, international fraud. Now, I'm one of the few people that, while I think he's a culture vulture scumbag, I don't think he's the feds. However, that might have changed. As everybody knows, Pras was on Vlad TV a few years back, probably 3 or 4 years ago. Don't quote me. And he was talking about how he supported Obama in a super PAC. Well, this nigga might have talked too much, said too much shit, because now his dumb ass then got indicted. He actually was saying that he was an informant, which I was actually surprised. Now, I'm not one of the people that dog pal on Pras and don't like him, right? I'm a Fugees fan. I like Pras, Wyclef Jean, and even Lauryn Hill as a group. I don't think he was like a nobody. I ain't gonna say he had bars, but I like a lot of these singles, right? They first album or the second album, that shit was a classic. But anybody that's been in the hip hop game knows about the hip hop police. And this nigga saying that he used to be an informant for the feds for I think 22 years. So a lot of your favorite artists, Fat Joe, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, the list goes on and on. Niggas was indicted, and I was always as a kid wondering why these motherfuckers would catch cases. Like, how did they know they had weed in the how did they know they had weed smoke? How did they know they had guns? Well, this might actually explain a lot, right? These niggas was actually cool with this nigga, and in passing, he might have told on these niggas, which is why they always mysteriously had tips that hip hop artists had illegal paraphernalia, guns and shit all in the car, right? Or the tour bus. This is a cautionary tale for rappers. Stay the fuck away from niggas you don't really know. Even if they do rap, niggas might be on the payroll telling the police shit. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was actually responsible for a lot of your favorite acts in the 90s and 2000s getting jammed up by the police. Because, like, how the fuck do these motherfuckers know that they had guns and weed all on the tour bus? And why the fuck would they pull the tour bus over? These niggas traveling from state to state to do shows. Nothing illegal about that. Now, a lot of your favorite artists probably was using hip-hop as a cloak or a shield to basically elude authorities. But if they was, they do your police, they don't know fucking know that. They like, you don't know fucking that. So what if I got crack in my pocket? You don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Who gives a fuck I got an ounce of cocaine? You don't fucking know that. Who gives a fuck if I got a pound of weed? How the fuck you, like, how you know? Even if I do have that shit, you don't know fucking know that. I didn't tell nobody. So this might answer a whole lot of questions we got about the hip hop police. But in other news, we got this dude, Cesar Chavez, saying that he don't fuck with Ryan Garcia no more. Because Ryan Garcia took a knee, right? You had Tank beat the shit out this nigga, beat him like a $3 rug, knocked him out, gave him the swift left to the head. And he's been kissing ass ever since, right? Saying how Gervontae Davis is a good fighter and blah, 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 right? Kissing the kneecaps. Now, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. You should always pay homage to the niggas that whoop your ass in the sport, not in real life. If you get beat up in real life, man, fuck that nigga. You got to get the blick. But yeah, we got Cesar Chavez talking about he'll never watch a Ryan Garcia fight. And this double backs to the episode that I did about Mexican people, namely Mexican Americans and even Mexicans from the country of Mexico, don't like niggas. Now, this is not all Mexicans. I have Mexican friends. I have Mexican co-workers now, and they pretty cool motherfuckers. I got no problem with them niggas, right? Niggas come in, do their job, they be cool. But these old school motherfuckers are starting to show their racism, namely Cesar Chavez. Now, he said he wouldn't watch a Ryan Garcia fight, I guess because he got beat up by the brother. This nigga need to be saying he ain't gonna watch another fight of his son, because his son is garbage. I will say Cesar Chavez is a great, right? He's a boxing legend. I ain't gonna take that away from him. Back in the 90s, I watched a few of his fights. He had hands. I ain't gonna take nothing away from him. But this actually reaffirms my position on Mexican motherfuckers is racist, right? Down from the LAPD police, the Mexican motherfuckers in Los Angeles, to the Mexican motherfuckers in Mexico, namely the cartel. They just got done kidnapping a black brother and sister, trying to force them to have sex. It was 4 black people from North Carolina or one of the Carolinas that went down to Mexico. 2 of them got shot and killed. The other 2 got kidnapped. So Like they proven my point that these motherfuckers don't necessarily like black folks. Cesar Chavez is no exception, and he's old. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Racism is showing. He's showing that he don't like niggas. Cause like, why the fuck would you not watch another Ryan Garcia fight, right? Ain't you supposed to be supporting the home team? Everybody wins, everybody loses. So I don't think that's a reason for him to not like watch another fight. Who knows? Ryan Garcia may come back and beat Tank. I don't think so. It's highly improbable and highly impossible, considering that my man just ain't up to par. And on top of all that, Gervontae Davis looks like a modern day reincarnation of Mike Tyson. So, yeah, it's a wrap for Garcia. You're gonna have to pray for a miracle from St. Augustine or one of them Spanish saints. Yeah, this literally proves my point that these motherfuckers don't necessarily like black people. So when niggas be talking about a black and brown coalition, while there are brown people, namely Mexicans, that fuck with black people, there's a lot more that don't. And he just proved this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a clip just to refreshing you so that you can get an idea on how these motherfuckers really feel about black people right here.
Do you harbor any racial animus toward African Americans?
Can you rephrase that question, sir?
You know what animus means? Do you have any ill feelings toward African Americans in general?
Ill feelings? I'm not.
I'm sorry?
Can you repeat that question one more time, sir?
Do you have any ill feelings in general against African Americans?
I have feelings for African Americans, sir.
What are your feelings?
They're just human beings, sir.
Did you hear my question, sir? Do you have any ill feelings toward African Americans?
I do, sir.
So since y'all got to see that, what more can I say in the words of Jay-Z? Anyways, this has been my ideas, thoughts, and opinions on this. If you like this episode, subscribe, click the notifications, share on all social media platforms, and tell your friends about the show. I'm going to say a lot of shit that you might not like. And there are a lot of people in the world that don't like me, and that's okay, because I can give a fuck less. Anyways, I'm out.